Go find somebody else to bother. Matter of fact, don't even go find somebody else to bother. I just said stop peopling.
Previously on...
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Imani. If you are new here, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, join the family, do all the work, hit that bell so you can be notified when your girl uploads. Excuse me if I sound like I have a lisp. I got a root canal, like a few days ago, and I'm over here hurting and I can't talk too fast. But so honestly guys, because I already did my eyebrows and my eyes off camera, and I did it too because I just got bored and I wanted to do my own makeup, but I felt like, why not come on here and talk to you guys for a little bit, because I feel like, my posting has been a little wonky. I haven't been posting at the right times that I normally post at, but who's to say what the right times are, because I'm gonna post when I really want to post, and that's just that. So honestly, with that hurt. Let me just do it. So because I have my root canal, obviously that's why I haven't been recording, because as you can clearly see, me touching my face feels like crap. But I'm also trying to decide like how often I want to post myself, because apparently you guys really like when I do client makeup tutorials, so I'm thinking about implementing that more often into my uploads. I just always love to do online. I didn't always love to do makeup. It honestly started when I became a cheerleader in high school, because I didn't really care for makeup too much when I was in middle school, when I was a cheerleader. But when you become in high school and you want to look cute or whatever, then you start caring or whatever. So that's maybe around my 11th grade years when I started caring. Other than that, I developed an unknown love and talent for it. So now it's just like, okay, well, why not, show other people that, even though I'm a self-taught makeup artist, which I will drop some photos in for you guys because I've also been busy this week with clients and stuff. Guys, disregard my hair. If you saw my last video, you know what the freak is going on here, and we're not even going to talk about it, sis. I haven't used one in a while, and I've normally been using my brushes, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend out this foundation. But like I said, I just want to get on here and I like helping people learn how to do makeup, especially like when y'all come and sit in my chair and y'all like, oh, what products do you use? And no, I know most people be like, oh, I hate that as a makeup artist. And I just feel like, some people, when they go to Ulta or Sephora, some of these people go in there and they're just like not shade matching in the right way. And it ultimately doesn't turn out the way they want it to, because they're just like, hey, I went into Ulta and I feel like, ooh, wrong shade. Ooh, what happened? I think I took my contour shade. Not cute, sis. Okay, back in action. That was about to get ugly. Oh, I gotta be gentle on this side. But they go on the Ulta and it's just like, which I actually had one of my clients tell me, is that they don't shade match the right way. They kind of just look at you and be like, oh, this will work. Like, no, when I shade match my clients, I make sure I sit down, and most people think, oh, you got a shade match on your arm and your face. But no, that's two different complexions. And I know some people do their chest. Now, the only time I go to people's chest is if like their neck is one color but their face matches their chest. So then that's when it's like, okay, well, obviously we got to make everything cohesive. We're not going to just make sure, like, you're not going to be out here looking casket sharp, essentially. That's what I'm saying. And what I will say for a lot of my melanated queens, I always have a hard time saying that word. Ooh, hold on, y'all gotta understand what undertones are. Baby, like, some people don't have warm undertones as a black person. I mean, you have neutral, you have cool, you have red undertones, and people just feel like, oh, I'm gonna give you this and this should work. What works for somebody else may not work for you. And I realized that after I started my makeup journey. Like, I started off like watching Aaliyah J, and I love her, and I felt like a lot of the time our foundations matched because I thought we were the same complexion, not knowing like, hey, you may think you're the same complexion, but you haven't seen her in person. You're only seeing what you see on YouTube. And with that being said, we may look like we have the same complexion, but we might have completely different undertones. So that's why I stopped relying on other YouTubers and what foundations and concealers they use. Now, most of the time that I did use like certain concealers, like I eat the Tarte Shape Tape and Tan Deep Sand, like Aaliyah J did use like way back when she used it. I will say it did work for me. However, I find like pleasure, and that's gonna sound weird, I find pleasure in like mixing my foundation shades and mixing my concealers to make sure I get the right undertones and get the right consistency and shade, rather than just going based off of one concealer. I know it's gonna sound weird because some companies actually do have the right undertones and concealers and foundations. I just feel like sometimes you just gotta mix to get your perfect shade match. Y'all, I haven't put concealer on the lip in so long, but I started doing it again, like on my clients, and I miss doing it, and it looks so good. So yeah. What the heck, y'all? See, pregnancy brain, I lost my train of thought. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I guess that means we're moving on to the next thing. So another reason, honestly, I've been posting inconsistently too is because I've been trying to figure everything out. I plan on starting a whole bunch of new stuff. I'm not gonna tell y'all guys what it is because I normally do that, and then it's just like, you know, I don't know. I've just been having this thing lately with telling people, you know, future plans. Not saying anybody will pray for my downfall, but I just feel like, you know, certain things aren't meant for you to put out yet. Just pop out with it. And that's honestly just how I've been feeling lately, so that's just what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I took some classes and I plan on taking more classes. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. Like I said, I have this overall end goal. Oh shit, my stuff got mixed up. As far as like my business ventures that I want to do, which you guys will see when it's time to see. Like I said, I've always been the person to tell people, and then I get upset when it doesn't happen. And obviously that's not anybody else's fault but my own, but I just feel like, you know, the confirmations I've been getting, you know, just keep some things to yourself, honestly. Like, just, it's okay to be private in a world where we always got to share what we're doing, especially with social media. And I'm learning that. I just feel like, you know, we can't holler, oh, mind your business, or I want a more private life, when we're constantly feeling like we got to share our lives on social media. Now, if that's what you like to do, if you're like a lifestyle influencer or whatever, you're just one of those open books. Now, me personally, I'm an open book to an extent. Obviously, I'm not gonna just tell a random stranger everything about me. Well, I kind of do that anyway as a makeup artist because I be talking to my girls. I love y'all. But in most cases, it's just like, you don't have to let the world in on so much of your endeavors. Not endeavors, but you don't have to let the world in on everything that you're doing, because I just feel like you gotta protect your energy, you gotta protect your goals, you gotta protect everything. Like, you know, pop out with it. People don't need to know 24/7 what you're doing, and then most people get mad like, oh, they're copying me. No, see, that's the negative energy. We don't need negative energy anymore. Like, the best way to honestly live in your truth and follow your dreams, for one, is to stop worrying so much about social media. And I say that because social media will put a timeline on when you're supposed to be successful, and if you're not doing this, then you're a bum. Especially for people that are in their like 20s. Baby, first of all, I will say this, and it took me up until I was maybe 22 to realize this. I'm 24, but you don't have to have everything together right away, especially if you're in college too. You are in college, be in college. Nobody's saying that you have to have this lavish apartment, that you have to have a car right away. And then I just don't like when people really bash college students for being like, oh, you're still living at home, you're a child, you're 23, you need to grow up. The thing is this, why are you mad that my parents or my mom or my dad said that it's okay for me to rack up money, make sure my credit is A1, and that, you know, if I decide to buy a car but I'm still living at home with my parents, why does what I do bother you? Like, honestly, like, you're mad because my mom or my dad or whomever said, you know what, you don't have to go out into this world already. You can, do what you need to do. Rack up as much money as you need to rack up before you decide to leave out into this world and go get yourself an apartment or go get yourself a house. And then y'all wondering why people at these ages of 24, 25 are even able to do that, because they have the support of their parents standing, hey, it's okay for you to stay at home and get yourself together. Nobody is kicking you out whatsoever. And I think that's the biggest thing that we need to realize as people, is that stop putting restrictions, stop putting these timelines on yourself of how long it should take you to be successful. And I use quote unquote with that because people really measure success by social media. And I keep going back to this because people look at it like, oh, if you got these cars, if you have this amount of dollars, if you're living like this already, then you're successful. No, true success is measured by you and only you. Can't nobody tell you that you are not successful in what you're doing in life. Because if you used to be at point A where it was like, I went from taking the bus or walking to work every day to now I actually have a car, and I moved up from and that's gonna sound crazy, but I moved up from being a cashier to, you know, assistant manager. That's successful. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you're so proud that you were able to do this, or you're happy that, yes, it's a flex that I was able to do this. Yes. And I hate people be like, oh, it's not a flex just because you bought your own car. Maybe not to you. It's not bashing anybody. I promise you I'm not bashing anybody. But if you're one of those people that feel like, oh, it's not a flex that, you know, you bought your own car because your parents were blessed enough to buy you a car, don't take that away from people who worked hard to get to where they get to. Like, we trust and believe we would have loved to have the help of our parents, but in some cases that's just not the way our lives are set up. So don't bash the next because you feel like it's not a flex. It is a flex to us because we did it on our own. And not only that, it is a flex because I'm not where I was a few months ago. I'm in a whole different headspace. So why is it so hard for y'all to just congratulate people? Like, you don't have to be bitter. You don't have to undermine somebody else's success because you feel like it's not at your level, or you feel like it doesn't match up to what your definition of success is. That's the problem. It's your definition of success. It's not mine. And I'm not trying to live up to your expectations. I'm trying to make sure I'm living my best life. Quote Jocelyn, you know. Hopefully she don't copyright me or whatever, but I doubt she gonna see this. But like I'm saying, like, you know, don't undermine anybody else's level of success because you feel like, oh, that's not successful. I was doing that at 18. Well, good for you. It's not hard to congratulate people. It's okay to be happy for people. Like, and that's another thing. You don't have to rub in, because I feel like that's what a lot of people do when they got successful or feel like they broke the mold for their lives. You don't have to rub that into somebody. You can always uplift and stop feeling like, oh, I gotta keep these secrets because everybody wants a handout. No, maybe I just admire you that much that I want to, you know, see if I can gain some kind of insight of, like, you know, hey, do you have any advice on XYZ? Because I do admire, you know, your come up, or I do admire how you managed to create an empire for yourself, and I would like to eventually do that for myself. But now people are so stingy with money, like it's not enough money in the world for everybody, or it's not enough space in a certain energy industry for everybody. Like, it's just like, come on now, sis. Just like you're eating, I want to eat too, but I mean, if you don't want to help me, that's fine too, because I'm not going to sit here and beg you to help me like you're the one that wrote the book on how to be successful. No, you wrote your own book on how you became successful, and if other people want to, you know, mimic or try that, then yeah, but baby, I'm not gonna sit here and beg and plead with you and ask you like, hey, can you please tell me how you... No, I'm not doing that with you. It's no need. Let me put that out somewhere in my eye. And excuse me, I'm just kind of rambling and ranting in this video. It's, you know, this is a chit chat with me, and I want y'all to understand, like, I'm just one of those people that, like, I get passionate about people. I am one of those I'm one of those people that just feel like, you know, I want to see everybody succeed. I'm never going to be that person that's like, ew, you're coming to me for advice about this. You're trying to copy me, or you're trying to be like me, or you need to learn on your own. It's enough room in this world for all of us to be whatever it is that we want to be. And that's what people don't understand. Like, I used to tell people all the time, like, the whole bread aisle theory. Like, you go down the bread aisle and you see everybody has the same concept, and you're like, oh, I'm discouraged because, you know, everybody is already doing it. The thing is this: you're saying everybody is already doing it, and just because everybody's doing it, the thing is this: they don't have you. You are what sets yourself aside from everybody else. Like, that's the thing about the bread aisle theory. Everybody has the same concept. However, if you notice with those concepts, the only difference is the labels. Some people gonna choose Wonder Bread, some people gonna choose Great Value, some people gonna choose whatever other bread. But ultimately with the bread, it's like you're going to choose the one that you like the most because of whatever reason, whether it be their logo, whether it be you like the way they bake their bread, or how flaky or buttery or moist, or I hate that word, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You're going to choose that brand because you love that brand, and that's ultimately what this is. You are what sets yourself aside from everybody else in this industry. So don't ever be afraid to just start doing what you love to do. Like, I felt that way for a long time with the whole beauty industry. I felt like, you know, everybody is already doing this, and, you know, everybody's already established. And then there's me. And then I realized, for one, first of all, what am I doing this for? Am I doing this because I want to be known? Am I doing this because I actually love to do it? Why are you doing this? This is the question. And then it took me some years. Like, at first I was like, you know, back when beauty channels were the it thing, and I'm not saying they're not anymore, but they definitely have changed. But that's a whole nother story to get into. But I definitely went from, oh, I want to be that influencer that's going on these trips with the companies, that's doing advertisements for these companies, like traveling to work with these companies. And then I realized, you know, it's so much more that goes into it, and I'm realizing that now. But honestly, I got to the point where it's just like, listen, my channel is for me, and I'm not saying this like to buck you guys or be like I can give two craps about you guys. That's not the case. It's just more so of, I made my channel because I love what I do, and if in doing so, if people love what I do, then heck, to me that's just like an additional, like, oh crap, well hey, like I got some friends that understand me, and boom, now we're family, and I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys tuning in and talking with me. But ultimately, my channel it's an escape method for me. I am a mother, I am a wife, but that does not mean I am not a human that needs time to themselves. I'm a person, and that's one thing people don't realize. When you become a CEO, a self-made whatever, a caregiver, you are still human, and people feel like, well, you knew what you were getting yourself into. You're right, I do know what I was getting myself into, but does that negate the fact that I need a break? Does it negate the fact that I get stressed out? So you're telling me because I decided to become a mom that I'm not allowed to get stressed out, that I'm not allowed to want a break? Okay. So same applies to people who go to work. Because they decided to have a way to feed their family, or just feed themselves if they even have a family, and they're working. Well, you knew what you signed up for when you wanted to get this job, but why does that negate the fact that I'm tired? It doesn't, and that's the problem. I feel like people need to understand, like, no matter what goes on in life, I am still a human. I still get tired. I still want breaks. Oh my gosh, I need a moment, and people are like, what does she mean? She needs a moment. Those are her kids. She needs to go take. Listen, my kids are well taken care of, first of all, okay? Thank you. He just co-signed it. And the biggest thing is that as a mother, I want to be the best version of myself that I can be to my kids. And if I feel like, you know, I need a break to regroup, why is that so wrong? Why am I being penalized for wanting a break to regroup, to be able to make sure my mental health is there to be able to take care of my kids? One thing I've learned is that if mommy or daddy is not okay, everything becomes like collateral damage almost, and it's like nobody else in the house is going to be okay. And I'll be damned if I'm the reason that my kids aren't okay because I'm not okay. I want to see them smile. I want to be the reason why they're smiling. And if I can't provide that in the moment where I feel like I'm being overwhelmed, then I'm not going to take that over my kids. I'm going to make sure that I can regroup, take a needed break as a person, and then come back to it. But nobody's going to make me feel bad for needing a break. As a woman, as a mother, as a wife. These are all the many hats that we wear, but we definitely do get tired. Y'all, you know, I'm actually kind of feeling this hair color. Weird, but I like it. I haven't used highlighter like this in so long. I've been using like loose pigments. That's cute. Almost forgot how cute this palette was. Period. But yeah, like ultimately, I just feel like people. I just wish people would stop peopling sometimes. Like, go find somebody else to bother. Matter of fact, don't even go find somebody else to bother. I just said stop peopling. Go mind your business. Go find you some business. Go do something else. Why are you so worried about me? That's the biggest thing. Like, I know everybody's entitled to their own opinions. And honey, that's okay. Be opinionated. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them. But I just feel like, you know, why are you so pressed about what I do in my everyday life? Don't be. Hey, I'm about to go in with my fave. Period. Where the freak is my makeup belt? Y'all, I've been wanting to try like a new lip. Nude. Y'all understand what I'm saying, I think. And I've just been trying to find that right one. I'm gonna see, hold on. Okay, I like that because I feel like it's definitely giving me like a lift in my lip. Like, you see that? Yeah. That's cute. But yeah, like, I think the biggest thing that I've learned during like this whole, not just YouTube journey, but learning myself, finding myself, loving myself, is that you don't have to make yourself so available to everybody. You know, you could be a loving person, you can still remain who you are, but the world that we're in right now, you need to protect your energy, and don't let nobody make you feel bad because you decided that no, not today, I'm not dealing with that one friend that always has drama, or no, today I'm not dealing with my son's tantrums. Like, you're allowed to protect your own energy, and like, just as a person, like in general, protect your energy from family, friends, your dog, your cousin, your pastor, anybody, older generation folks. Like, protect your daggone energy and just live your life. You don't owe anybody an explanation as to why you're doing anything in your life, because at the end of the day, they're not the ones paying your bills. They're not the ones that's in your head. They're not the ones that's putting gas in your car, especially not with these gas prices. These are not, they're not you. They're not going through your everyday life. So definitely take control of your life. You don't have to let everybody know. Like, if you decide, oh, I'm gonna go back to school, you don't have to let everybody know, especially those people that be like, oh, you didn't tell nobody. I didn't know I had to. Was y'all gonna send me a care package? Was y'all gonna pay for my books? Okay. So, like, no, you don't owe anybody an explanation as to why you decide to back out of something, why you decide to do something, why you decide to change your mind. Like, just I'm sorry, y'all, love this lip gloss. When you decide to be you and live your own life and stop worrying about what other people got going on, you'll always experience this underlying sense of peace. And that's key. In moments of panic, you'll get this overwhelming sense of everything's gonna be okay. And I think that's the best part about the journey that I've been on with, you know, self-love and giving myself the time, and, you know, talking to my husband and being authentic about my feelings, is that once you start living your life unbothered. Y'all thought Omarion, well, not in this previous verses, but y'all thought Omarion was unbothered. Living your truth, live your own life, and only worry about yourself. Baby, when I tell you unbothered, we'll be bothered by you. If y'all didn't catch it, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Unbothered will be bothered by you. And I think that's the biggest thing right now, is just, especially during all this craziness that's, I just scratched the hell out of myself, this craziness that's going on right now. Stay in your lane, worry about yourself, and just live your life. Live your life. And that's just really it. I can rant on about this for days. And I know I'm probably all over the place, but you know, sometimes you gotta let some stuff out, and I definitely feel like this was the time and place to do this. So got to talk to you guys and see you guys, but that is basically it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.